Hi guys and welcome. Today I thought we'd do something a little bit different. Recently I've wanted to add some different things to my stash that I've currently got. You know, some different colours, some different elements. So I went on a little bit of a shopping splurge on Aliexpress, and today I just wanted to share with you the prices that I paid for the stuff as well as the quality. So let's dive in. So I've got some ephemera packs here. So this one here is some frames and it was $1.65, and you get, it doesn't say how many's in there, but let's open it up and have a bit of a look on the thickness of the frames. And they're not too bad. They've got a bit of a like a linen texture to them. So, you know, you can put that on your clusters, have a little frame of a photo behind that. There's all different shapes and sizes. So I don't have any frames currently in my stash. Here's some labels. So these were $1.58 for each pack, and there's 100 pieces in each pack. So for $3, you're getting 200 labels. And I was particularly after some blues. Opens from the front, I think. And that's the back. Some blues in my labels and ephemera. So I've got some natural colour ones as well. I'm just trying to think, are they stickers? They are stickers. So they're stickers as well. So you could use them. They're like a paper feel. So you'll be able to stamp over the top. They're not a glossy finish because I like the matte finishes a lot better. So really for $1.58, 100 labels, that's pretty good value. And then we've got our neutral tone ones as well. And it gives you on the back a little bit of a snapshot of what's in there. You got some circles and some rectangles. Then I was after some doilies. So I went thrift shopping the other day and I got some real doilies, but I didn't have any paper doilies in my stash. So these are in packs of 100, so $2.20 for this small pack, which is 3.5 inches, and then $2.80 for this bigger pack, which is 14 centimeters. And they're just paper, so you can coffee dye them, you can get your inks out and dye them. They're just handy to have. You can tear them up and just use the edges. Handy to have in your stash. But I only had chocolate brown ones, so I wanted some light colour ones. And then I had a couple of packs of paper just to see what the quality's like. I really like the blues in this one. For this pack it was $2.74. We'll just open it up. It's got like a bit of a denim-y feel to the colours. And the quality actually is not too bad either. Just beautiful. So you can add hints of blues through an album, a journal, whatever you're working on. And they're a 6x6 inch. And this one was $3.41. It's a 6x6, and it's got 24 sheets in it, 12 different designs. So 160 GSM on this one, which is about normal. That's the front. Oh, actually, they're quite thick. Beautiful. So if we flip you through, you can make tags, clusters, tucks. Really grungy looking paper. They're beautiful. And the quality, really happy with the quality actually. Beautiful. And then along the lines in the paper, I wanted some really fibrous texture paper, sort of like the florists use. And I got this pack. I actually bought these ones individually, but there's 10 sheets. Actually, no, this one I bought as a pack. 10 sheets for $3.04. and you get 10 sheets. So there's various colors. But look at the texture on that. It's absolutely beautiful. So you've got purple, grey, pink, cream, brown. Just beautiful. And you can just tear a piece of that off and have behind one of your on your clusters as you layer it up. Absolutely beautiful. Then there was this linen-y looking ones, and it was $2.87. So these are probably a little bit more expensive than your normal paper, but then, you know, they're not really paper either. Cut that open with the scissors. So this is sort of like a coarse cheesecloth, I guess, in a sense. Just beautiful. So something a little bit different to using lace. And some different colours throughout that as well. So yeah, $2.87 for that. Sort of a mesh. This one here, now I did get these ones individually, so they end up being in the same shop that they have sent them through. So roughly for 8 pieces, $1.24 of one colour, 5 pieces, $1.19 of another, 1 piece 85 cents, 8 pieces, $1.24, and 5 pieces, $1.19. So really quite reasonable. Look at that, just absolutely gorgeous. You could even put that on the cover of a journal over some other paper. Just having something a little, I won't undo that, but that's the white in it. So you can see it's sort of like a lace type effect. An apricot. And then we've got like, it looks like a punched out, sort of like the opposite to bubble wrap in a sense, but absolutely gorgeous. It's got like a material type look to it, like lace does. Just beautiful. So cream in that, and then we've got a couple of different colours in this one. We've got a purple, a black, an ivory, and it's really flexible. Look at that, it's really flexible. So you can cut it up and once again treat it like lace on your journals. And really cheap. I then also didn't have some stretch elastic, so I got this pack of 3 for $5. I think there's a couple of meters of each, and it's a couple of different widths as well. So rather than sewing in your signatures, you can actually use the elastic, and then you'll be able to interchange your signatures as you go. If you just want to keep the cover, when you fill it up, move it on or add more. You can also use this to add dangles on the spine of your journal as well. So really, really love that. I went with the basic black and white, but then I did go with a green. This piece here, there's a few meters of that, but 97 cents. And it's really stretchy. Love it. There's that one. I went the gold. So the gold's $2.51. I think that's 2.5 mil. And then I went a more of a thread, gold thread, and it was $2.09. So all these items, really, really cheap items. The quality is actually really good. I'm quite surprised. Especially with the paper products, sometimes they can be a little bit thin. Love the color of this. This is elastic cord. It actually looks like rope. It's 2.5 mil, $1.53. So I'm just going to open it up. So it just looks like normal cord, but it's actually elastic as well. So I actually love this color, and I'll be looking to put that in one of my journals. So, you know, you tie it around and then you slip your signatures into that. Absolutely beautiful. Washi tape. So I've got a lot of vintage washi tape in the neutral colors. I didn't have any colored washi tapes, so I splurged a little bit and got these boxes to see what they were like. So this big one was $7.92 and it's got 30 washi tapes in it. So I'm just going to open it up because I haven't had a look inside of it yet. So it's got on the back all your different washi tapes. And there was various colours. I sort of went with the botanical type of theme. So, you know, it's got thin ones, thick ones, got a few different colours throughout there. Look at that one there, beautiful. Daisies. Just to have some different colours in my stash, to, you know, the normal newsprints or music notes, or, you know, your beigey colours, book prints. Because I do a lot, I'll leave it like that. I do a lot of botanical stuff in my journals, so obviously wanted some bits of green. And then this one's got a bit of a gold foil through it. So this one was a little bit dearer, $5.37. And you get 2, 4, 5, 10 washi tapes in it. So I guess it works out to be roughly 54 cents a roll of washi tape, which is still really, really cheap. And then this one has got your gold elements. Can you see that? So we've got some like scales, we've got some grid, we've got some stripes, some confetti. Just stunning. So yeah, $5.37 for all of those 10 rolls. This one, I did splurge on this one. This one was $9.36. There's a fair bit on the roll, but I really loved, let me open it up and pull a bit out and show you. I just really loved the pattern on it. It may not be that easy to do, but so this one I thought you can just tear little bits off, or you can have it as a whole piece. Now I've got washi everywhere. At least we know it sticks, guys. And I can just feel the quality in this one. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's sort of like a, you know, a vintage. It's got your hydrangeas, your daisies. Just beautiful. And the colours. I love the colours because they're quite pastel. Let's put a little bit of sticky tape over that one. And then this one, because like the other green ones, I just love the foil look of this one. So this one was $3.37, but as you can see, there's a fair bit on the roll as well. But the quality of just, it's sort of like a transparent washi tape. If I can find the... Nope. Of course, when you want to... No, I'll deal with the end later. But if you can see, it's got some silver foil through it, and then it's transparent. So when you put it down, you're going to get whatever you're laying it on. So if it's book page, you'll get that print through, and you've got these beautiful flowers. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. Look at that, guys. That is just gorgeous. It's a piece of art by itself, really. Now let me just put a bit of tape on that so it doesn't unravel on me. I'm just really looking forward to diving in and using some of this. The creative juices are just going off. This one's paper. It's like a handmade pressed flower paper. 30 pieces, $2.52. So if we open it up and have a look at the quality of these, looking through the pack, the quality looks beautiful, but you never know until you pull it out and actually feel. As you can see, that's quite thick. Look at that, it's just beautiful. All different types of pressed flowers in that. And you can see that they're handmade. Just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. And some textured paper at the back, gorgeous. Some labels. So we got, so these were only $1.65. However, what I didn't notice was, including postage, was $3.06, which is not a big outlay either, but they do look quite thin. So I'm going to open that up and have a look, which is okay too, because a lot of the times we're just gluing them down. So lots of little different labels throughout there. And they feel like stickers. No, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe just paper, but they do have a glossy finish on them. So I will add those to my label container. Then I went a little bit different. I wanted some different closures for my journals. So I looked, I've got some closures in my shop, but I wanted to look at some different types of closures. So I went with these ones. So there's 2 pieces in this one, $5.96 for both. Now these are metal, so they are worth it. And they're quite large. So if we pull that out and have a look, so there's two different types, as you can see. If we pull it out of the packet. So it's a great journal closure. So goes over the top like that. You can see the holes. You can put a pin through that. You could put a decorative pin down through that, like a hat pin or something like that. But that's that one. And then this one's a little bit different. They're just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So they're, I think I searched box closures, like jewelry box closures, not so much book closures, because the findings come under a little bit of a different search. And then these ones, there's 3 pieces in these, and $4.61 for the 3 pieces. I'll just open that back one. And it's a few different pieces. So that piece goes through there, and then your latch goes over to close it like that. So you would only have that small component on one side of your book, and then that one of your journal rather, and then that one on the other. But just another point of interest, it does come with screws, but you could use brads to adhere it to your journals as well. And then this one, I think there's 2 different types in this one, $3.34 for 2. And if we open it up, they're both the same, these ones. You got the screws with them as well. If you're putting them into a really thick one, then. So this one's a little bit different in it turns like that. So it's sort of got its own little button, but really cool. Yeah, like I said, I was just after some variety rather than, having the ribbon closures all the same. Want to do something a little bit different with my journals. Now these ones are all the same, the antique bronze ones. So I got all of these for $4.20. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The antique bronze ones I do have in my shop, but I wanted some gold and silver as well. So these are your basic closure. So if you've got that and that goes down in there, closes like that. Really simple ones to use. And they've got the screws, but we're not putting them into wood, we're putting them into card. So you'd probably use a brad before you're covering the inside. Then I also wanted some metal work. If you had a look at my video, I recently did the photo album, and I used some decorative filigree on the inside, and then my journal I used some fittings on the outside, being like corner protectors. So I wanted to get some variety in them. So these ones here, $3.63 for both lots, and they're really small ones. And my way of thinking with this one is to put on the covers of, you know, your file folder little mini albums. Really decorative. They're really thin because they're filigree, so they're just a decoration. They're not a corner protector, although, you know, they will stop your corner getting knocked. And then I got some bigger ones, so $1.60 for this lot. So I got antique bronze and silver to go on the corners. I mean, they do have connectors on them too. You could have a little dangle hanging off that. You could have it coming out of your journal like that. You could have a brad and a brad, because there's holes for a brad, and then you could have a dangle coming off. So many uses for that one. So I'm really happy with those, and they're really good quality. And then I've got silver and antique bronze corner covers, so $2.95 for these gold ones, but I didn't have any gold in my shop. These ones possibly won't be going in my shop. I'm undecided yet, but yeah, I sell a lot of the silver and the antique bronze, but I do note that a lot of people are working more with gold these days, and buying that gold thread, I want to actually do a journal with some gold elements on it. So that'll just, they basically go on the corner of your journal cover and they squash and they just protect it. Plus they're a visual thing for it as well. They make it look a little bit more upmarket. These ones we got gold, silver and antique bronze, $10.26. There is a lot of pieces in this, and they are metals. So if you broke that down, basically they're $3.30 for each color, and you get a lot of pieces in that. I'll just pull one out and show you. I really love these. Look at those. The quality of them is really good. They're actually thicker than the filigree. They're just beautiful. And you do get a lot of them. So they're really cute. And I like the size of those ones as well. You could put them on your cards, your tucks, your pockets, anything you want to. And then going with the gold theme with those other corner protectors, these ones were $2.42. There is a lot in there because they're thin. Some of the bags are hard to get into. They look flimsy, but they're quite strong. So these are big, and if they come a bit bent like that, there's no problem at all because they're just easy like that to straighten out. But look at that, isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then these ones I thought were a bit of fun. I hadn't seen these ones before. So $2.60, and there's a lot in, doesn't really say how many's in there, 50 I think, 50 in each pack. So $2.60 each. And I'll have to cut this bag open too, I think. Oh no. Yeah, these ones I hadn't seen before. They were like a little bit of a lattice work corner protector. So they are the ones that go over the corner, and then you just get your pliers and you squash them down, and you can see, if you can see that, the little feet will grab your card or your book cover. But they're beautiful. So that's your antique bronze, and this one's your gold. Just gorgeous. And then I looked to just get some like charms. I've got a lot of charms, but I just, you know, you feel yourself using the same charms over and over again. So I sort of went searching for something a little bit different. So these are $1.50. I can feel the weight in these, that actually they're good quality. They're little padlocks. So little padlock charms, if you can see that. So antique, bronze and silver. And then I got these fun little mixed bags of keys. So they were $1.98 each bag, but you get quite a lot in there. I think 25 each or something. So they're a little bit of fun, whether you team them with the padlock or not. Even if you just have a key as a charm. Some really beautiful keys. You always get a good variety when you buy a mixed lot like that. So they're the mini ones. Great hanging off a ball pen in your journal or throughout on a tab. These ones are champagne gold filigree hearts. So these for 10 pieces were $4.02 because they are filigree, as you can see, and the quality, you can feel the quality. So, but even just to have one heart on the front of, you know, something on the front of your journal, just to feature the heart and have a saying or a picture or something up the top. Absolutely beautiful. Look forward to using those ones. And hearts, I wanted a mixed lot, so $1.35 for this mixed bag. So you sort of get, they're not all charms. So you've got that's a charm, that's a connector. So you could put ribbon either side and have that as one of your ribbon ties on your journal. We've got a silver and another different silver heart. That's a charm or a pendant. So just some different stuff in the mixed bags. I actually like receiving the mixed bags. You may not use all of them, but you get good variety in there. So when you're creating a project, you can just reach for them and try a few different ones on there. And then these ones are the big silver ones, so $2.10 for these ones. But you can see they're actually quite big. They're just beautiful, and they got a flat surface there, so they would adhere onto a journal, or you could sew over the top of that, or it could be a dangle. I love them. And then I got some big keys, so big antique bronze keys, $1.97 for all of these ones. Once again, for, you know, on the front of a journal, look at the size of that. It's absolutely beautiful. And then you've got all different sizes, shapes. That one actually says love on the... And that one's like a 3D, if you see that. It's got like a king's crown, so royalty on that one. But yeah, beautiful. And it's good to get a mixed bag. I think I just searched mixed keys or mixed key charms, and you'll get a whole heap come up. And these are so cute. I didn't even put a price on these. I think they're only a couple of dollars, but they're mushroom charms. Look at those. I'm going to go on a search for some antique bronze ones as well, and possibly some gold ones, but good variety of them. You can have them dangling off a tab. You could even have them on the front on a tag. Like, you don't have to dangle them, even though they're a charm. You could fix it to a cluster even. They are a little bit risen, so, you know, it will make your journal a little bit chunky, but so much you can do with them. Or make a bracelet and have a charm bracelet with all mushrooms on it. But that's it, guys. They've come in over the last couple of days, so I am really keen to get in and play with them, especially those textured papers, those hand pressed papers. Absolutely love them. But thanks for sitting with me and going through that. I hope you got something out of that, some ideas, or even just to know what the quality is of some things that you've been looking at perhaps. Also, it's good variety of knowing what's available. I mean, Aliexpress is really, really good. Their postal times to Australia is where I am, have increased. You know, they're about a week and a half now. So I think maximum 2 weeks for them to come in, which is completely different to a couple of years ago when, you know, you were waiting 5 and 6 weeks. So I think the competitors have had them have a look at their postal times and look to increase that. But thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks guys, bye.